All right, guys, so here it is, the 2024 Hyundai Elantra N. This is a refresh that we expected was coming. Usually every 2 years they do this to their vehicles. You know, they change the way it looks a little bit, maybe change a little bit of the inside as well. All we know right now, as far as I'm aware, is just the outside changes. So everything that we see here is just appearance. We don't know what's going to change, if anything, performance-wise, and we don't know anything really much about the interior quite yet. At least nothing's confirmed. So there are definitely a few things that stood out to me that I noticed on the update, refresh, whatever you want to call it, and I want to hear your guys' feedback as well. So we're going to let this quick video play through here. We're going to go through it again, and I'm going to pause on a couple sections and talk about a couple of the things that I don't like and a couple of the things that I do like. So without any further ado, let's rewatch this video and we'll talk about it and talk about mostly the things that I don't like. So let's get right to it. All right, now that that clip is over with, I do got to say, at first glance, it looks kind of cool. But when I looked into it a little bit more in depth and I zoomed in a couple of these pictures and also comparing it side to side to my Elantra N, which is a 2022, there are definitely a couple things that I don't like. And truthfully, there's more that I don't like than more comparison to what I do like. It's just a first impression, and I wanted to give you guys my first impression, and of course I want to hear your thoughts, so please leave them in the comments below and tell me what you think. And also, while you're at it, go ahead and leave a like on this video for me. So the first thing I noticed here that I'm putting on the screen for you guys is the Hyundai badges. They've gone with these new flat badges that almost look like a matte black. Seems that they've watched all of us and then listened to the entire community how we all hate the chrome badges. I think the chrome can look good with a couple of the colors, maybe like the white, or maybe even the performance blue, but truthfully, black to me looks better on all of the cars. So this is a good change. It'll at least, a lot of people probably won't be swapping out the badges anymore, so that's a good thing. They're definitely listening, at least in my opinion, so that's a good thing. So that's one positive that we could start off with. Next is these wheels. Now, I haven't liked these wheels from the first picture I saw, and I'm truthfully just not a fan of them entirely. I know they kind of look like the old Veloster N wheels that didn't have the performance package. I just don't think that they fit with the Elantra N body style. I've always said that the Elantra N has more of like they have a lot of triangles in the whole body style. So everything is like it flows together. You look at the triangles in the taillights and the grille, and the side profile of the vehicle, the windows, of course, there's so many triangles in it, and putting these, I guess, what would you call them? I mean, it's circles, really. It's like 5 circles inside of some sort of random design. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it goes with the flow. But let me know what you guys think. If you like them, cool. Just go ahead and tell me what you think about it. All right, let's talk about this front end. Now, I like the headlights. I think they look sleek and they look good. However, let me take the camera over here because I want to show you guys in comparison the headlights. Yeah, the front headlights. Obviously, they're the front headlights. They kind of have like an upward curve, and especially at night when you're in front of the car, it almost looks like the headlights have a curvature that gives it an aggressive look. And if you look at the new one, it's almost flat. It takes away the aggressiveness, in my opinion. Along with that, this is the biggest flaw, in my opinion, on the new Elantra N, is this bar that goes across from the headlights, connecting one to another. Now, on some of the Hyundai models, it's a light bar that goes all the way across, connecting it from one side to the other. However, on the Elantra N, again, one of their performance vehicles, this is one of their, what would you call it? It's one of their flagship model vehicles that they're trying to gain a lot of attention from. It's just a silver bar, and if we look from the old model here, there's nothing here at all, which to me doesn't bother me one bit. But on the new one, as you can see, this bar, which may be silver or chrome, whatever the heck it is, it's not a light bar, and it just looks terrible. Now, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to mimic the other models that they have. They have a couple other cars that might be like the Tucson or the Santa Fe. That light bar flows. It goes from one headlight to the other, and it connects it. And to me, it doesn't look too terrible. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's got that Cyclops look or whatever. I don't think it looks terrible. But what makes it look terrible on the new Elantra N is that it's not even a light bar. It's just some sort of chrome or silver bar that connects it from one headlight to the other. And to me, it looks, I don't know, cheap. It just doesn't look right. So That is, as Joe from Rady's Rides would say, that's a zonk. And to me, that's just terrible. So, and if you look at some of the pictures on here, they try to make it look like it's a light bar, but I am 99% sure it is not a light bar. It's just some bar that they try to make it look like it connects it from one side to the other. And also, to continue with this front end, it looks like a Charger and a newer Civic had a baby. That's that's the way I look at it. They flatten the headlights out. They almost like they lifted the chin on this with, I know they also added a little bit of body color towards the bottom of the bumper. It took away the aggressiveness. It really did. It's like they're trying to make it more modern and trying to make it match with these other cars and that are in like the same category, the Civic, not necessarily the Charger. But I don't understand why they're trying to mimic it and make it look like the competition, I guess, when the Elantra N was always in its own category. And to me, it's kind of always been in its own category because of the price and the performance that comes with it. So, not a fan of that either. And while we're on that section, look at this part. Now, this is right above where the headlight sits and where it connects the hood to the fender to the whole front fascia. This part right here looks terrible. And I feel like I'm being so negative, but I'm passionate about this car and I want to give my true impressions of how I feel about it, at least as of right now. And if you compare it to, this is seamless right here. This front fascia goes all the way across. It doesn't end with anything except for right to where the headlight is. And then you look at the other one, there's like it doesn't flow. The hood goes all the way to the edge of the headlight here. This front fascia matches up right with the hood. It's formed well. It looks good, the body flows, and then you have the new one. The whole front end, to me, is just a turnoff, and it doesn't look as aggressive as the current model, and I think that's a big reason why I probably won't be getting this one. But if you do, I'd love to see one in person whenever that comes out, so probably later this year. All right, so let's talk about the back end now. Now, there's not a ton of changes except for, it looks like just the bottom part of the bumper. They extended the red trim going all the way around. I don't say that looks terrible. I think that's probably something that would grow on me if I had this. There's too much black on there, or at least they took away too much body color. Again, let's go compare to mine. How this goes down, it angles down. Again, it's another nice flow from the center part of the bumper, and it keeps a lot of the body color going all the way around here. And on that new one, it's all black, going from like here all the way to the middle of the bumper. They took away all this body color. And they took more of the body styling away that they created that made it so unique. The rest of the back end looks the same. The exhaust tips look the same. But look at that back end. Look at how the black across that bumper, the rear bumper, just goes straight across. There's no personality with that. I don't like it. And there's too many things about this that I just don't like that makes me not even consider doing a trade-up. And to be fair, I don't think I was going to either way. I have so much, I have a lot done to my current Elantra N, so I feel like there's not necessarily a need for it, but I always like having newer vehicles. I always like having updated technology. And without knowing what else they're doing to the inside or anything performance related, as of right now, I say there's no desire for me to upgrade to the next model. Between the wheels, the part by the hood, and I know that sounds silly, but truthfully, that's one of those things that kind of make or break a vehicle when it comes to a design. That little part above the headlight where it just doesn't match up and you got so many different angles, doesn't look well to me. I don't like the new headlights. I don't like the new front end, except for maybe the bottom part. It doesn't look like it's as low as well. So again, I'm rambling. You guys know I'm good at that. But I don't have much time to make this video, so I kind of wanted to give quick thoughts and opinions and truly get your feedback to see what you guys think, because I'm really curious on what you think as well. So again, no confirmation on price, no confirmation on any changes to performance. And with that being said, I don't think we want to change in performance, at least right now. To me, it wouldn't make sense for them to change the engine, transmission, or anything like that. We're only going to be in our third year of the Elantra N. And also, if there are major changes, just think about all the the companies that produce performance and aftermarket parts. They're going to have to do it all again if they make major changes. I just don't see that happening. I expect the price to probably go up $1,000 or $2,000 more. I also heard that the US is probably going to be getting the new fiery red. That was just a rumor, so that's definitely a possibility. If you like the red, it might be an option for the new 2024 model. Again, the wheels, that rear bumper, and no other confirmation of anything on the inside as well. So we'll see, and as soon as those updates come out, I'll try to make a video for you guys so that way you guys can see the updates as well. With all of that being said, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you watched to the end. Leave a like for me, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.